Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm doing a tutorial on this look. It was requested by you guys because I did a declutter series and I did it on my nude liquid lipsticks. So I thought I would film it because I thought it was something just a little bit special. It looks very easy to wear, and I think it's partly due to the fact that everything else on the face is very wearable and calm and subdued, and the eyes is what really kind of speaks. So if you want to see every step by step, then keep watching. Alright, I already moisturized my face and I'm starting off with this eyeshadow primer. I realized that putting the primer over the moisturizer made it weird. Like, it separated, it didn't really cling onto my skin. So if you're doing this, do the eye primer first. Now I'm taking pretty much the star of the show right away. It's an eyeshadow that's a limited edition from MAC, but honestly, especially like less expensive brands, they have this color. So first what I'm doing is I'm kind of placing it with a flat brush on my lid in order to pack that color. Then I'm taking this Morphe palette and kind of like a mid-tone shade, and I'm using this as my transition. So you could have done it the reverse way. For some reason I didn't, and I usually start that way, but I just kind of wanted to just do the eyeshadow color first. So you can always reverse it, but this is a really good way to really transition the colors. This is a great way to also make any look, any eyeshadow that's very shimmery, to make it wearable. You do need something to kind of ground it, and using a color that's a little bit deeper than your skin tone is a really great way to do it. So I'm really fluffing that away. What will happen also with the fluffy brush like this is it may kick off some of that eyeshadow, but we'll go back to it later. Now I'm taking a darker brown and I'm using a different brush. It's flat, but this one's a little bit fluffy, so you can kind of do both blending and placing. You're gonna tap that onto the outer edge of your eyes, and then with a different brush, blend it out. The reason you want to pack it on top is that you don't want it to be blurred out, at least for this look. You don't want it to be blurred out or anything like that. And you may get a little bit lower into your face where your concealer would go, but that's okay because you haven't cleaned it out yet. All right, now I'm going to keep piling it on, going back and forth without blurring it out too much. I really want it to be deeper in the crease. And the trick is just to make it even. You could always go back and deepen it. So because I said that the eyeshadow was kind of kicked off a little bit from the fluffy brush, you can always spray your brush with a really good fixing kind of mist. This one's from Mehron. It's really great for the eyes, and it's gonna just foil that eyeshadow and really keep it locked in there. Because I'm doing a fuller lash, I did want to add a liner, but I don't want it to be a winged liner, so that the outer edge will be nice and blurred out and kind of like the feature of it. I don't want it to be like the wing liner look. So I literally just lined my eyes at the very edge, made it a little bit fuller at the end, but I pretty much kept it and rounded it off at the edge of my eyelid. I don't usually do this, but every time I do, I'm always surprised at how pretty it looks because it gets to feature more of the deeper crease as opposed to the wing liner. Okay, so after cleaning my face, I'm using these two foundations. This is the Sonia Kashum and Loreal. Sonia Kashum is a little bit lighter. The L'Oreal one is a little bit deeper, and I just wanted to mix these two, and I thought that they went really well together. The first time that I mixed these two, I really was just doing it for the colors because the Sonia Kashum one is lighter, and then the L'Oreal one, I just want to wear it, but I don't have a lighter color that I really like. So first what I'm doing is I'm pretty much putting the darker color in the perimeter of my face. I love this tone of the True Match foundation. I especially love it to mix it with lighter foundations because it does have a really great tone to it. Now I'm taking a little bit of the Sonia Kashum on the center of my cheeks, the center of my eye, my forehead, and then kind of in the jaw area. I like to do this because it does blend into my neck a little bit better. My neck is always light, so this kind of gives it a very seamless effect, even though my hands and my shoulders and my feet get super dark. Sometimes it doesn't really translate if I'm matching my face to my hands. So that's always a really good thing to know, is that you shouldn't match your foundation with your hands if you do tend to get really tan in those areas. Just a little FYI. Now I'm using my LA Girl concealer, and I'm putting that all in my lower under eye area. As I told you guys earlier, I did clean that under eye area really well with a wipe, so you're not going to get any kind of mixing of that color because you've already cleaned it out. And you can really crisp up the edge of the eyeshadow with the concealer by just getting it really close to kind of where the wing would be. That's kind of where you're creating that nice edge. To really brighten up the under eye area, I'm going to use this highlighting pen from MAC. This one's called Bright Forecast. This is actually one that I'm trying to use, and for some reason it's like an endless bottle, I swear. There's a really great dupe from Wet n Wild, but for now I'm trying to get rid of this one so I can do it back to MAC. And I like to do this to really bring out the lightness in the center of my face. Now I'm taking kind of like these 35 dupes from Salon Perfect. I'll put the number below. And I'm going to prepare those. But in the meantime, I'm doing my brows. And my brows, I'm using the Anastasia powder in dark brown. I'm coating my lashes with a coat of mascara from, I think it's Jordana. Yeah. And I'm putting on my lashes. These are really easy because they're half lashes. Now I'm taking that first color that I used on my crease, and I'm kind of blurring that all in the lower lash line. It's just my favorite like just thing to do on my eye shape. And then I'm taking the darker color and then adding that closer to the lash line. This is the color that I use in the very, very crease, so it was darker brown. And I'm going to blur that as well underneath the lash line. This MAC eyeliner from MAC, it's called Costa Riche. It's really beautiful on brown eyes. I love it on the waterline. And this is the one that I use, and I just remember loving it so much because of the comparison against my darker brown eyes. Now I'm using this NYX bronzer. This is the matte bronzer, and I believe it's deep. I'll put all the details below, but I'm using that as my bronzer because I really want it to be bronze with this look. I think like bronze skin with the blue eyes looks really pretty and fresh. Then I'm taking this palette from e.l.f. I always use the peach color for some reason. I just can't get away from peach colors on my cheeks, and I'm using that on my cheek areas. For my highlight, I'm using Opal by Becca. This is a very highlight color. It's very icy. It's very it's not very gold or anything by any means, but it's beautiful if you really work it into the skin. And the way I do that is I apply it with the brush, and then I kind of like push it in with my beauty blender just so that it gets really worked into the skin, so it does look like it's kind of part of my natural skin complexion. I'm adding a bottom lash line coat of mascara. This is the one again from Jordana. And then I'm going to finish off with the lips. The lipstick that I'm using, this is a liquid lipstick in Dolce from Stila. I'm using a light color like this. I like to kind of push it into the edges of my lips so that it kind of blends better. If I just use the wand by itself, it could look a little harsh, and it kind of looks like I'm trying really hard for it to work. And then another thing that I do with a nude liquid lipstick is I add gloss on top. This was on Maybelline Elixer, and I just love it so much. And this is the finished makeup. Hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.